What's up everyone? Welcome back to Ultimate Rebuilds. I'm so glad I painted that. I'm going to paint more stuff too. I told myself I was going to paint a new thing every project I get, but I'm like 2 projects behind, or 2 paintings behind. So I got to catch up on that. Maybe I'll do it this episode. I don't know. Anyways, stay tuned. Good news. Got the weld. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in and finish up the little bit of welding I needed to do in it on last episode. And then we can go ahead and add in those bracing mounts I cut off originally. I'm gonna add them back in just for extra support in the front end. And then go from there. Figure out what to do next. It's raining outside, so I gotta talk pretty loud. We got the support mounts in, you know, just in case. Can never have too much support, you know. We're gonna start working on the mounts for the actual body itself. How I did in the last one, I put 2 mounts on each side right here, and then one in the front that attaches to the headlight bucket, and then it also attaches up top, has like a couple of support bars. Now to make the mounts, we actually use some of the spare metal that we cut off of this already. There's these little mount things right here that used to mount for the fenders, or like the little mud flap things. And we're gonna cut those off, flip them inside out, just bend them back, and then weld them on. And then that makes a good mounting point. We can use the original screws that came off of it too. Just screw it in whenever we make the mount for the inside of the fender. And then for the front, there's another mount somewhere. I don't know where the other mount I used for the front end went, so I gotta find that, but let's work on the rear end first. Slight problem. I don't have any metal to make the brackets, and all the stores are closed early because of this whole virus thing. I do have these things that I found, and I'm going to use them to extend out the footrests. I'm going to move them forward and then move them out a little bit. I think that will give you enough room so your legs aren't really uncomfortable, so you don't have to bend them in. Yeah, we're going to work on that in the meantime. I got the footrests made. I'm just not sure if I like them. They look kind of weird. You guys tell me what you think. Think they look okay? Maybe I'll just make the... Yeah, they look crooked too. Let me fix that. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I might remake them. Yeah, we'll see. I'll work on that later. Now I actually got some bikes. I had a friend give me some of his that was sitting in his yard. I'm going to use the handlebar situation right here, and I would use the frame or the seat and stuff, but it's aluminum, so I need to use this one for the steel. It's going to be the seat. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut this bike up and then take apart this whole steering mechanism. We got our back seat all cut off. That's gonna go somewhere about right here. We'll make some tubing and brackets to hold all this on once we weld all that on. And then we also got the front steering situation all cut up. This slides into here like that. Get that out of the way. It slides on there like that, and then I'll put 2 bolts in right here to keep it steady. That way we can just undo those bolts and then we can take it off if we ever have to take the body off again. You can see how I made it up here. I just put 2 bolts in, if you can see it. And then same thing with the back. So it's on a quick release. So it's not too hard to take the body off. Next we need to make a bracket that will bolt into these. We need to make a bracket because we're gonna weld this onto the bracket. That way this actually still goes over the bolt. And if you ever need to get this fork off, you can still get to the bolt by taking off the bracket and all this stuff. So I got this thick piece of metal. I'm gonna cut it up and make a bracket for, drill some holes, and then go from there. Okay, we got a good bit done here. We got the whole steering mounted situation done. I got the front mount for the body where it mounts onto. That's where it bolts onto. I got the bracing all done for the seat. That all looks good. It's a little crooked, but it's not anything that you need to worry about. Back's all mounted. Everything's all welded up. I fully welded these pegs on here. I can just cut them off if I don't like them. I figured it's gonna look better than the other one. You're gonna be able to use them, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep them right there until I find something else or I get used to it. I don't know. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and mount up the engine and try to get it rolling. That way I can test everything out, see if I need to fix anything or replace anything, and then we'll go from there. We're into our first problem. This gear isn't the right kind of gear for this chain, at least. It's too small, it's not fitting in the actual chain itself. So, I don't really know what to look for. I don't know which kind of gearing I would have to look for. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what I'm talking about. The only thing I know about the whole gearing thing is if like a certain amount of teeth in the gear will make it go faster or make it go slower or something. Something along that line. I'm not pretending I know what I'm talking about. But if any of you guys know anything about it, can you give me a link or somewhere I can buy the right gear for this? Because that's something I'm definitely needing and I don't have. I'm gonna have to wait a while to get it in, so that's pretty unfortunate. I was hoping to drive this thing in this episode. But we'll move on and we're gonna work on the mounting of the actual body. since I went and got metal for it to make the bracing for the actual inside of the body itself. And I already got all these mounted up, so it's just a matter of making those brackets and welding them onto the inner fender. Let's do that, and then later on I'll go online and try to figure out what I need to order for this. So yeah, can't say I'm shocked because there's something bound to happen. This was going too smooth. Everything was working way too well. So yep, it's bound to happen. So just move on, I guess. Alright, we got all the mounts welded up. I added these extra support bars for the front just because there's going to be a little bit of weight. Like if your legs hit it or something, I don't want anything to bend or break. So just a little bit extra support up front and that should be good. Oh, it's holding a headlight. That's why you need to add extra support up there. We're pretty much done with that. I'm going to throw it back on, mount it all up, and go ahead and cut the holes for the steering and for the seat. That way we can get all that situated. And that should be it. That should be a good stopping point. Actually, I just had a friend show up, so we're gonna go out there, we're gonna take off his doors to his Jeep and put them in here because I'm gonna paint them pretty soon, so stay tuned for that video, or part of the video. Yeah, whatever. He's got a pretty cool Jeep. I'll build one of those one day, you know. Once Goon Squad comes and teaches me how to do it. Yeah, if you want to check out his Jeep, I'll throw his Instagram. You know, free shout out, you know. I do anything for my friends, so. But no, I'm gonna paint his doors, and I'll throw that in a video coming up whenever I get the paint for it, so. Yeah, let's get back to work. Yeah, it looks pretty good. My air sawzall thing wasn't working too well, so I just took a grinder to it. I'll clean it up later with a Dremel, so not much to worry about. I'm not going to clean it up until I do the body work on it anyway. So, but yeah, you can see how much farther I was able to get the steering up this time. Yeah, that's like a good 3 inches, 4 inches up. And then the seat's about the same. So yeah, I don't think we're going to have a problem with wheeling at all. And I was gonna extend the whole gooseneck out a little bit farther, but I don't really see the need to. I'm waiting for my new kickstand, smaller kickstand to come in. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good stopping point. Doesn't seem like we got a lot done, but you know, we got all this boring stuff out of the way. So next up, we can go ahead and start working on the engine or the motor. I gotta find the new chain and sprocket stuff, hopefully pretty soon. And then it's all downhill from there. Or uphill, however you want to look at it. And that's a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more questions, stuff I missed, or stuff I didn't explain too well, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. I try to answer everything I can. I don't do a very good job answering everyone's questions, but I'll try to answer as many questions as you guys have. I got a few gifts from a friend slash fan. Look at this. Got some Milwaukee tools and the battery powered tools. I have all these tools, but I have them all in like air powered. Hammer drill, impact driver. I don't have that in the air. And cordless ratchet. Pretty cool. Not sponsored by anyone, but I still get cool stuff. So, big thank you to my friend. I'll put his Instagram right here. He doesn't really post much, but you know, just a thank you. It was a good video, guys. Business email right here. You know the drill. Business email, Instagram. Go and check me out. Say hi. Next episode, I'm gonna be working on the Figaro because I need to wait for parts coming on this. Got a few more things waiting on it. Other than that, I think we're good to go. I will see you guys soon. Hopefully I can get the rest of this stuff painted and get that Figaro back together so I can get my garage clean again and some more room. Anyways, I will catch you guys later.
I guess it wasn't true.